City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree. What's up, everybody? Sneakerhead M Checks. I got these black and white 85 cut Jordan 1s scheduled to release this Wednesday, February 15th. Before I get into everything, I just want to say, please do me a favor. Actually, not even me, more so yourself. Please do yourself a favor and do not call these the Panda ones. Like, please don't do it. That is not what they're supposed to be called. Call these Panda ones and I might block you. Nah, but I'm gonna explain that later. I know y'all want to see the shoe. So, as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. After that, I'm going to put them on and step around them so y'all can see they look on feet. Then I'll discuss my opinion on the shoe, and then I'll talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. I love the way they do the toe box on these 85 cut retros, especially like when you got them on feet and you look at it from this angle. Yeah, it's fire. Up here on the tongue, just like all the other 85 cut retros, they have the thicker swoosh right here. It's not really like super noticeable, but if you look at them next to these, you'll notice on the shattered backboard pair, the swoosh is a little bit thinner. It has like almost like a deeper dip on this part right here. And here's the front. These come with an extra pair of white laces, as you can see, as well as the usual hang card we get on all the 85 cut Jordan 1s. So on the front they have the famous picture of Jordan Duncan in the black toes with the red laces and the black tongue, which is what inspired his logo. And here on the inside, they just talk about like the makeup of the shoe. Over here, they're talking about, you know, how the sole is made up and just the different parts of it. And then over here on the right, they really break down each different part and how it assists with performance on the basketball court or comfortability. Even though people swear Jordan 1s are mad uncomfortable, I personally don't think they're that uncomfortable. They're not the most comfortable shoe, but like people be talking about them like they really uncomfortable. And then Jordan said like his foot was bleeding. I'm like, I've never experienced that. So I don't know if my feet are weird or what, but yeah, I just kind of chuckled thinking about that when I saw like all these things talking about, you know, how comfortable they were, because you know, like most people don't think they're comfortable. But anyway, those are the intentions, and that's what this little thing. It's the same little one that's all in, you know, in the other ones, but just for the people who, you know, have never seen it on those or didn't watch my other reviews. The leather on these is not the greatest. It feels alright, but it just doesn't look quite as good as I thought it would. Let's get close up on that midsole. And here's the upper. Let's get close up on that swoosh. And like I was talking about the black leather before, the white leather feels a little bit better. I don't really like how they did us like that in Black History Month, but I'm joking, obviously. The sole kind of like comes up a little bit on the back. See that right there? It's really pretty noticeable from this angle. Right here, still pretty noticeable, but then like in here, can't really see it as much. So. Then up here, the collars are stiff as usual. Here's the back side of the tongue. And here's the inside. Now, I know I said the collars were like tough up here, but this part in here is pretty cushiony. And then here, You have the tag that all the 85 cut Jordan 1s have. I always liked how they made the stars on the toe on the 85 cut Jordan 1s a little finer than they do on the regular Jordan 1s. It's not a major difference, but looks pretty cool. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, let's see how they look on feet.
When we was younger, I was interested in talking, but now you someone I don't wanna be involved with. Shorty used to be the baddest, now she lost it. She was fighting, now she looking so defrosted. When we was younger, I was interested in talking. Now you someone I don't even wanna be involved with. Beautiful as ever, used to see her in the hallways. Pretty ass face, perfect body with a small frame. Had a couple classes with her, flirting with her all day. Used to walk her home and have the mother niggas saute.
I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in the quality on these. Now, there's been plenty, actually a lot of Jordan 1 releases over the years that came with little factory defects that were more prominent than a lot of us would have liked. But they always seem to put a little extra effort into these 85 cut Jordan 1s. They all got the nice leather, good quality. Looks like they took their time making them type shit.
I don't know if you could tell as well on camera, but if you look at these next to the New Beginnings and the Georgetowns, they just don't look quite as like rich as the other two look as far as quality. Like, look at this leather. You know what I mean? Look at that. And then look at this over here. You know, you got all these little weird streaks in them, you know, and then just look at the Georgetown. Like, you see how nice and firm it looks? Like, you can definitely tell, even at first glance, like how much better the New Beginnings quality is than these. And this is just from one angle. I mean, I know I showed the toe before, but it really is everywhere. And it pisses me off with the Georgetowns because I like the Georgetown ones, but like, this isn't even an OG colorway. It has nothing to do with an OG colorway. And y'all gonna do these like this? Why? Like, there's no reason why Georgetown 1 should have better quality than the black and whites. But as you can see, they definitely do. I mean, even from this distance right here.
So I don't know why they did that. I was really looking forward to this exact shoe, like exactly the way it is, just in black, which is what these are, but you know, like the quality just isn't as good. Now, with all that being said, I'm still copping these. Like, I'm gonna keep this pair. Even though I just finished criticizing the quality, for somebody who's been waiting for these as bad as I have, like, the quality isn't that bad. I had the 2008 release of these from the Countdown package when I was younger and I liked them. I don't remember why, but I actually did end up selling those eventually. I regretted it later. Thought about buying the 2014 release more recently, but the prices on them were high. I didn't want them that bad, and I figured they would re-release them at some point again anyway. And now that time has finally come, so I've been real excited for these. I've been looking forward to getting them, and I'm glad I waited because I do prefer this 1985 cut over the 2014 pairs. They would have had to mess up on these pretty badly for me to pass on. I'm so glad that they did not put that stupid ass fake age look that they've been throwing on a lot of pairs lately, because I know a lot of people probably won't agree with me on this, but I wish they would just stop doing all that and just let old shoes look old and new shoes look new. All these shoes are gonna yellow and get old looking naturally. So I don't know why people would want to falsely rush that look onto a new shoe. I never understood that. Like, it's just backwards to me, because as a sneakerhead, even though I like to wear all my shoes, I also like to keep them clean and as new looking as possible. For example, my 1996 Columbia 11s, yellow as hell. Obviously, they did not look like this when I first got them. They were actually very icy, but that was like 13 or 14 years ago. This is a 27-year-old shoe, so it's about time they start to age. Do I want them to age? No. Do I wish that these looked the way they did when I first got them? Of course. But now, if Jordan Brand decided they was going to re-release Columbia 11s and they wanted to put them out looking like this, no way I'm copping them. Like I said, this is cool for a 27-year-old shoe that I've had for 13, 14 years, was able to wear plenty of times over the years while they look like that, broke plenty of necks with that icy blue sole and pure white upper. So as much as I wish they did look like they did, you know, 13 to 14 years ago when I first got them, they've had their time, and I can appreciate them in their old age looking old. But when you come in fresh out the box box with the shit looking like it's been sitting in somebody's, you know, attic for 20 years. And no, like, I'm sure I'm gonna surprise some people with this one, but I passed on the lost and founds because of that. They did way too much trying to make those look old, and then had the audacity to not even give us the OG shape. Like, that blew mine so much. I was so turned off on those. But I understand, we all have different opinions and different preferences. I guess it was just shocking to me because I know I'm not the only sneakerhead who cleans the sneakers when they get dirty, but also goes to the extent of having a sneaker restored, fix up a pair that needs some work, or ice them if they got too yellow. A lot of us do that to a certain extent. So to see people, so many people, wanting to buy a newly released shoe that already comes with those, I guess, flaws, you could say, that a lot of us normally spend time and money trying to fix, is just so backwards to me. Like, do y'all want dirt and creases on your sneakers too? Like, is that gonna be the next thing? But yeah, because the vintage look on shoes just seems to be such a popular thing nowadays, I had a feeling, especially because this is an OG colorway, that they were gonna do it on these. So I was pleasantly surprised to see that they did not. These will probably be pretty tough to cop on release day. I mean, it won't be impossible. You definitely have a solid chance, but at the same time, don't be surprised if you don't hit for retail. It's gonna be one of those releases. Retail is $200, I believe, and I think they're gonna resell for around like maybe $280 to $330 depending on size. As usual, bigger sizes are gonna sell for more than smaller sizes, but all sizes of these should be a go as far as reselling. These will be a nice flip. However, I'm not gonna tell you to hold them. Jordan 1s in general are not what they used to be. If you've been paying attention to the market at all, you know it's all about the 4s now as far as that's concerned. But some ones, certain ones, are still good investments. And if you take this colorway into consideration, you know these might be one of those. It's a black and white shoe. You can wear them with damn near anything. They look good. They're in style. And for those reasons, I'm sure a lot of people are going to want them, which should drive the resale prices up pretty quickly over time. So I feel like just because of the colorway, these do have potential to be a good hold. But if you look at the price history on all the 85 cut Jordan 1s that have released so far, the value on all of them has dwindled over time. And to be honest, that makes me hesitant about having confidence in holding these. So for the reasons I just explained, I can kind of see it going either way. Now, the last thing I want to touch on before I wrap things up is the misconstrued Panda nickname. I wish people would understand that not every shoe has to have a specific nickname like that. A lot of shoes have it, but some shoes do not. Now, in everybody's defense, I know Jordan and Nike could be very misleading with nicknames sometimes, so I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but I gotta draw the line somewhere with some of these names. I feel like over the years, a lot of people got used to certain shoes having a nickname, that when a shoe comes out and it doesn't really have a specific nickname, people end up making up a name and then try to pin it to the shoe. I truly believe that's how the Panda nickname got stuck to these, because I've never seen Nike refer to these as Pandas. They restocking these shits every week, and I'm pretty sure every time it's Nike Dunk Low black and white, or Nike Dunk Low, like, it does not say Nike Dunk Panda. Not the Nike app, not the sneakers app, not Nike's website. Like correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've never referred to them as Panda. Now, before y'all jump in the comments like, oh, well, Goat has called them Panda and StockX has called them every year, you know, remember, all them places are not Nike. They're not the ones that made the shoe. They're a middleman for people to buy and sell the shoe. And if they know that such a large percentage of people are calling them Panda, they gonna put Panda or whatever everybody calls them, you know what I mean? Like, whether it's exactly correct or not. They don't really care what the legit name is. If that many people's calling them Panda, they gonna have it as that keyword so that it's not hard for people to find them to buy and sell. Like, you know what I mean? They would be doing themselves a disservice by not putting Panda in there if everybody's calling them that, regardless if it's the legit name or not. But go on Nike and search Panda. I bet you those dunks not gonna come up. So yeah, I don't know who pulled Panda out their ass, and I don't know why it stuck so well, but I'm not surprised because it's not the only nickname that's happened to. But it was enough that the Panda nickname stuck with the dunks. But these right here, this is where I draw the line. Do not try to call these Panda 1s. Do not do it. Because the thing about these is, this shoe has released 3 times. This is the fourth time that the shoe was released. It came out in 1985, 2008, and 2014. And not one of them times did anybody ever refer to them as Panda 1s. Never. Like, clearly, if that was the shoe's nickname, they wouldn't have put them out 3 times, never called them that, and then waited until 2023 to say, oh yeah, these are the Panda 1s, you know what I mean? So, do yourself a favor, don't make yourself sound stupid, don't call these the Panda 1s. And I don't have nothing against pandas, by the way. Pandas is cool. It's just the ignorance that be blowing my mind. Nothing against the actual animal. If you plan on copping these, I'm wishing you the best of luck and getting them in your size for retail. If this video is helpful on formal in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're interested in more early reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel. Just make sure you tap that little bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you'll get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.